when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Let's set it.
Here's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It was Kenny Vaccaro there to get a hand on that one.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Humphries now to return. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Brings up third down.
Set 18 Gator. That QB's trash. Let's go. Ready?
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Collins busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll run with Henry. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Back to throw, Tannehill. This one caught by Davis. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
General West.
Here's Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore #1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next, and rightly so because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played in this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has got it together and the defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night in Week 15.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Kenny Vaccaro there to get a hand on that one. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike under. Drop deep, drop deep. Mike 55. 26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Running one fly deep for Coop, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his second touchdown of the night, and the Cowboys have retaken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Now Prescott. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick. With the run, everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
First down, Titans.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he hits the running back, Dion Lewis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
17 yards on that play for the Titans.
First down, Tennessee.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Pittsburgh. Come on. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right. Even. 4 down. Even. Let's go.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the night, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Prescott on 1st down. Completes it to Jason Witten. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Here we go, 46.
37-yard line.
Check nine. Roll take. 26.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. It's caught. Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper, 63 yards. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now it's Henry. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 44-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Double dog. That's the way.
Henry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. 6 guys. Check. They were going to 53. They were going to 53. Echo.
A first down throw for Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here we go, 46. 26.
Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing, Prescott looking deep in the direction. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
He'll look to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen at second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Back to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. Totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes the catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
On first down, it's Elliott. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Still kill. 54, right? Hey, 47. I got one. Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm going back to you.
Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
First down, Tennessee.
Here we go. Set. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. I got you.
Now it's Tannehill. It's caught. Smith. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
First down, Titans.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
They'll look to throw. It's caught by Davis. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. One last throw here for Tannehill. This is caught and into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Adam Humphries finding the end zone on the game's final play as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. And now they're going to go for two and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult.
Check. Fresno. Protein spill.
They're going to try and run for it. And he is in. The call works, and they have won the football game. So let's recap. How about the guts in this one? You score on the final play. Thought they were just going to try the PAT and tie it, send it to overtime. Charles, they went for two, and they won it right there.
Well, the book, right? You know the book that everyone plays by, right?
Yep.
That mythical book says, kick it, get to overtime, you're covered. If you don't, you go for two and you don't get it, your job could be in jeopardy. But sometimes people just know their teams. They may have felt like they were out of gas. They had to have it now, and they did it and got out of there with a win.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from AT&T Stadium.